Why inflation might kill the game if admins don't do anything about it. Since we have a small voice, I'm going to be sharing with you my opinions on the recent ways inflation is probably going to ruin a lot of players' experience in Hypixel Skyblock. At the near end of the video, I'll interview a mid to late game player to see their opinions on the current crisis. Also think about subscribing. The closer we are to 30k, the closer we are to code Echo, and that's gonna be kind of fire. That's if we get it though. So what made everything so expensive? Like what the hell, where did the money all come from, right? So farming did this. Farming put in so much money into the economy that it is uneven describable. I have never seen such inflation like this in Hypixel Skyblock in probably in years, right? After the mining update happened. But on the other hand, right, a lot of new players on a fresh profile have a really nice way to actually start grinding, start on a fresh profile, right? Just try to grind and actually progress through their game. It's actually killing everybody else's experience in the game because a lot of like mid and late game players are having a hard time progressing, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Since Skyblock is infamous on the economy, right, and a lot of players do need money to actually progress, after the recent changes of the farming NPC sell prices, right, many people have been dumping a lot of coins into the Skyblock community. We're talking about 100 to 200 coins being dumped into the economy every single hour, which is like kind of crazy. Bucko's another YouTuber made a really interesting comment regarding about the inflation crisis that is happening. He, and I quote, there is no motivation for most players to actively grind out any other methods due to how easy it is to press 2 buttons and farm, which honestly I cannot agree any better. Now at this state, it really makes the game feel so dry. Farming with 2 buttons like hours on end, is this how we really want to play Hypixel Skyblock? Some people will say, yeah, alright, don't be a troll like that, bruh. This current crisis really affects mid to late game players, since as their next upgrade is the one and only Hyperion. There's no way these guys can get to a point where they can casually purchase a weapon that can determine if they move on to the next content and progress, right? Examples include Incudra, Master Mode, and Slayers. Now let's see what mid to late game player think about the current situation. All right, so first question of the interview is, how many hours have you been playing Skyblock for?
I have around 470 hours without 8 AFK.
Without AFK? Okay, gamer.
Yep.
What are your overall thoughts on the inflation that's happening in Skyblock right now?
I think as someone who's like trying to get into the game, it's a lot harder to progress. Most of the progression is locked behind Hyperion. So either you grind towards Terminator or you grind towards Hyperion, right? And Hyperion's price is like 3 bill for full scroll, right? Terminator, I mean, event 7 without Hyperion is going to be pain. You need to at least get to event 6, get the Atom Split, I believe, just to be able to maybe do tier 4. So you're kind of just stuck in this weird place with full Necron and Juju and nothing else. And you can't even place floor 7 because most floor 7, either you have to have a high kata or you have to have a turn.
I like that,
right?
I like that. Yeah, that's true. So right now, are you having fun in the current game with the current content you have unlocked, like dungeons and stuff like that?
I have 420 runs for floor 5, right? That is brain numbing.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm still stuck on the progression because I don't have Hyperion. So I can't even do Diana. I bought a Daedalus Act, but I don't have a Golden Dragon, so it's like, okay, what am I doing now? I'm just stuck in this weird spot. It's like, if I don't get Hyperion, I can't do anything. And when you get Hyperion, you also have to buy the Storm set or the Aurora set.
Yeah, that's
right. So that's even more money.
Yeah. So
now what?
So why won't you like hop on the bandwagon and also farm yourself so you can actually start getting yourself some coins?
People who said farming is good, but only good for endgame. So it's like most people is not gonna get to that point. Either you macro or you farm legit. I mean, farming legit for farming, that is just. Is brain numbing.
If you could change one thing, what would you change about the current situation?
Most of the players, if you don't get Term and or Hyperion, you're just stuck in a weird stage. You don't do enough damage for anything, and then you don't have enough money to buy the gear. Like I honestly, I hop on the game and I try to play something, and I run around the hub for 2 hours.
Damn, bro.
It's like, okay, maybe I'll do Slayers, right? I do 1 or 2 Slayers, I get bored, I do something else. I run a dungeon. Okay, another thing, Party Finders is built different.
Yeah,
I don't understand how people play Party Founders.
I know. I struggled. I did Party Finder for the majority of my runs.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not fun. So it's like, okay, then now what? And once you unlock Hyperion, it's a cake.
Oh,
of course,
that's
I mean,
true.
There's a lot of different things, right? So the thing is, it's just, I don't know. It's so discouraging. And when you buy cookies, and every time you open that menu and look at that price, you just want to get off the game. Like, what's the point?
But if you would say, how would you make your own money currently?
I'm just AFK minions.
So you're
farming, probably
farming and minions. So that's your like, how much would you say you can make per hour if you're actively grinding minions and farming at the same time, or vice versa?
Oh, I mean, I can make 10 mil an hour.
10 mil an hour.
Just because I have like a decent farming fortune, like end game farming gear, I guess you could say.
Okay. All right. Now what everybody's been waiting for, PV of the video. If you guys want to be picked next for my next video, please leave a comment like this. Run for Fight said, nice video. I'm just wondering what I'm supposed to get to begin my master mode M1 to M6. All right, my boy, Run for Fight, Raspberry. Wow, you are a Ironman player. All right, so firstly, you're looking at your profile. You are a Ironman player. Very, very W, because it takes a while. And you're Catacomb 39, which I really, really like, because you're already above the average of what people like to do in Master Mode 3s, right? So looking at your dungeon floor in Master Mode 1, you barely have anything started, right? My recommendation is get Professor M3. That's your starting up to Cata 40. But the thing is gear, right? Gear is going to be very, very insane, which you already have a Terminator. Damn, bro, you are absolutely insane. Honestly, for now, what I see right now is like you barely have any armor, right? You're still trying to get yourself a full Necron set, right? Or both Wither sets, which is one thing that I think you should start working on. You already have Legion 5, so try to get yourself full Maxor and try to get yourself a floor 3 golden head, because a floor 3 golden head will really, really pull your weight. You have 928 magical power, which is insane, right? All you do is just basically swap your magical power to fortuitous and put as much everything you can into critical chance, because that's gonna really boost your DPS as much, right? As well as your attack speed too, because that's very, very important. You just missing a couple of wither armors, of course. Put everything into lead. You honestly, I really feel like you already know what you are doing, right? You're actually doing it perfectly. For pets, I don't know if you will want to, but you could honestly start grinding emons, right? Endermans, and try to drop yourself a Ender Dragon pet, because if you do drop that pet, I'm telling you, you will make wonders. But as an Ironman player, I feel like maybe if you were to go mining as well, you can get yourself a no freaking way, you drop yourself an Emon pet, Ender Dragon pet too, bro. What the hell, dude? You're so cracked. But yeah, this is honestly very, very good. It's already at, maybe you can upgrade it to legendary, because it's gonna increase most of your stat by 10%, which is absolutely cracked, right? And then probably try to mine yourself a golden dragon. I'm telling you, it's honestly very, very worth it if you have a golden dragon just from the get-go, so you can start learning how to play master mode, because it takes a lot of, like, there's a learning curve when it comes to skill sets, when it comes to killing frozen adventurers, essays, right? Just the mini bosses that are found around the dungeons, right? Other than that, I really feel like your profile is honestly pretty set up, right? Just make sure to learn like a lot of secrets, right? Faster secret routes, because let me look at your secrets. You have 12k secrets, right? After doing what, 765, which I feel like maybe you should honestly probably try to get a little bit more, because a lot of people do see secrets as a way of factor of adding you into the party, because more secrets you have, the more goated you are in terms of trying to clear and everything else, which is honestly pretty amazing. I would say you could probably play a berserker healer all the way too, but the easiest route to get into dungeons if you don't want to DPS is probably going to be a tank, right? You can get yourself a full golder set with last stand 5, because it's gonna be very easy, right? I'm assuming you already have a well pet. Okay, and then maybe try to get yourself a well pet too, just because if you can't play a berserker, archer, or a healer, you can also play as a tank, right? If you have more options of playing different classes, the better you are at getting parties, as well as the faster runs you'll get, as well as more runs for more catacomb levels, is what I would recommend. So probably also get yourself a golder set, maybe, right? Try to get yourself as much wither sets as possible, as well as much pets as possible too. Best of luck on your adventure, and thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. I really hope that you appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. If you guys are wondering what you guys do need to get into lore 7, I have a whole video right here that could let you know what are the viable items that you would need to even get started on it. I'm locking the fridge door at the crib, cutting hits. I read through the catalog, came to conclusion, no one's touching this. Just finished the maiden voyage.